Damn, YouTube, you're just really not. We're going to go live front. There we go. We are live. Hello, everyone. And welcome to Bob Plays Mechwarrior Online. And today we are talking about success at life while stomping big robots. And so for today's mech, we are playing a Marauder 2C-A. We have the two Ultra 10s, we got 4 ER large lasers, and we're just going to kind of poke around. And if it turns out that I suck, then I'll just get into my Marauder D, because that one usually does pretty good. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about just how to be successful at life, and I don't mean like get rich quick or any of that stuff, but how to have like a good, happy life that, as a gamer, that you want to live, right? A lot of my friends complain, oh, they never have time for anything. They're like, Bob, how come you're able to play video games like 2 hours every day, and you run a business, and you do all this stuff, and you still, have a social life, and you're able to do it all? How do you work all that in? And I'll tell you that here in just a moment. So I want to lead off by saying I had a mentor when I was a kid named Bill Landau, and Bill Landau was an old jeweler, and he had the notoriety of having escaped Auschwitz like 3 times, and the Nazis never killed him because he had useful skills. He could fix watches, he could melt down dead people's gold teeth and make jewelry and do all kinds of like useful things that kept him alive, and so they would just not kill him. And when I was in 8th grade, we were talking one day, and he rolled up his sleeve, he showed me his tattoo, and he said, if you know how to do something that's necessary, then no matter how bad the world gets, you'll be okay. And he told me that in his opinion that the next big necessary thing, just like machinery and clockworks were necessary in the 1930s and 40s, that the next big necessary thing would be computers. And so, even though I didn't really like computers that much, I did like video games, so I started learning more about computers. And whenever I have had hard times, like when I was paying my way through college, I'd fix computers to pay for college. When my consulting work was doing badly, because I'm not a computer guy by training, I'm an architect and an astrophysicist. But whenever my consulting work would go bad, like during the 2008 housing crash or during COVID, I lost a lot of money during COVID. Oh my God. I had all this work lined up in New York City, and just poof, and it vanished. It was very sad. But I had my computer business here in Oklahoma, and I could fall back on it because it's a necessary skill. And I don't even have to be the best at computers, I just have to be good enough. And the secret to running a good business is you have to be conscientious about your work, you have to get it done, and you've got to communicate well with your customers. And a lot of people don't have time for anything. And it's true, the world sucks, life's not fair, the government is basically just a large criminal organization that's laundering money, stealing from tax-paying people, and giving it to special interest groups. I mean, all that's true, right? Life sucks. And a lot of people have ideas on how to fix it, and they argue about which is the better idea. We're not going to get into that. The reality is that if you know how to do something that is necessary, computers, plumbing, heat and air, welding, drafting, land surveying, stuff that people need for society to function, you're going to be all right. A useful skill would be figuring how to make the matchmaker go faster. And if you find that your job is abusive or never gives you any free time to do stuff, it might be that you need better skills so that you can be in higher demand. Because if you're in high demand, you can set your terms, or at least you're more able to negotiate favorable terms in an agreement. And as you become more successful, as you accomplish things and build up your professional portfolio, then you can use that as leverage. Because I've done high dollar consulting projects, I can also charge more when I'm doing computer consulting because I have a track record of being valuable to people. And because I can make a lot of money doing computer stuff, that also means I can charge more when I'm doing consulting work because people know that if they don't want to pay me what I want, that I could just simply fix computers here in Oklahoma and I'll be just fine. So you're not desperate. How the big companies get you is when you're desperate for the work, you're like, "Oh my god, I need that job." That's when you get stuck with like minimum wage or $10 an hour. And especially if you're in a big city, you can't live off that. Here in Oklahoma, it's not so bad, but even still, you have to have skills that are in high demand so that people know that if they don't pay you what you want, you're going to go somewhere else. Or if they don't give you the hours that you want or the terms that you want on your contract, that you can just go somewhere else. But if you don't have a lot of skills and you're just some putz, that's just you're going to be just treated like some cog in the machine. That's disposable. So you have to have necessary skills. And what I would do right now, um, there's a surplus of useless college degrees. You could probably still do well in like engineering, science, anything that's really hard. But let's say you're not some like mega genius, and you're just some normal dude. Find something that you're good at that's in demand. For example, land surveying. Takes some brain power. It's kind of an engineering degree, but even just in the drafting end of things, there are more surveyors retiring than new surveyors entering the market. That means there's a demand for surveyors. So even if you're not that good, even if you're just kind of okay, I've got a surveyor client who's hiring okay people to do drafting or to do field work. They don't even have to be great, and he's giving them fantastic terms. He'll pay for their college, he'll tutor them, he'll help them, he'll give them flexible hours because he just needs people. Plumbing. Nobody ever said, "Well, I can't afford to get my toilet fixed, so I guess I'll just deal with shit on the floor." No, I mean, when your toilet clogs up, you do whatever you have to do. You rob a bank to go and pay the plumber to get that toilet fixed. Or if you're lucky and you have some hillbilly and you get him a 6-pack of beer, but still, you do whatever you have to do to get that toilet fixed. I remember my hot water heater broke once, and I didn't have a lot of money at the time because I just invested in a big project, and I had to come up with a lot of money quick to get it fixed. And I pulled money out of my ass. I borrowed it from my business. I grabbed it out of my emergency fund. I did anything I could to get that hot water heater going because I don't want to take a cold shower. And so, find something that's just really crucial. And also something that nobody really wants to do. At the time that I got into computers, nobody really wanted to do computers. It was hard. It was inconvenient. It was kind of cryptic. You didn't have the internet, so you couldn't really just look stuff up. You had to really figure stuff out. And there were a lot of older people who just never grew up around this stuff. Now even people in their 50s grew up with computers at some point. It's a much more competitive market. It's a lot harder now. But at the time that I got started, nobody was doing it. And then once I was established and I figured out how the business worked, because being good at business is more important. That's your most important thing. You have to be good enough at the skill, but you have to be really good at business because it's a competitive environment. And once I kind of figured things out and I established myself, it was a lot easier. Damn, this matchmaker sure taking its sweet time. I guess I'm going to turn on all the servers because this is kind of dumb. Will you... I guess it's not... It's not letting me select the server. That's kind of weird. Anybody else having that problem? All right, fine. I'll just go back in a quick play queue. This is dumb. It never takes... I mean, quick play takes a while. It would take this long. So... Oh, there we go. Let's do Canyon Network. Maybe we'll even get it. So you got to find something that you don't mind doing. My grandfather told me, find a job that you or a career that you don't mind doing, that gives you enough free time to do what you want to do on the side. That's why I do computers. I take a couple projects home every night, mostly like data projects and things that I can do running in the background. So I don't have to put a lot of effort into it. And this way I can get tedious work done while I'm enjoying myself in the evenings. And that saves me a lot of time during the daytime, so because I have to focus on job sites and business phone calls and all that stuff. Copying data is time consuming, so I do it in the evenings. A lot of times I'll do it from home. I've got a workshop. If you look at my previous live stream where I was just hanging out with my dad on Discord, you know, that's my workshop. I've got this big building behind my house that I do all my business stuff in. And, you know, it also has my gaming computer. And so you've got to find that rhythm, especially if you're young and starting out. Because nobody's going to do you any favors. You know, government's not going to bail you out. Big business isn't going to bail you out. They're all busy trying to rob you. And so you've got to figure out something that you can do where you have an advantage, and you got to bust your ass. And it's none of this like, oh, you got to work 90 hours digging ditches. No, that's bullshit. You know, if you're working that hard, you're doing something wrong. You don't have good skills. But you got to find something that gives you competitive advantage. So let's go focus on this game. And I'm going to go over to the junkyard. Hey, let's go left, guys. Crash car. Delta 5. I don't know if anybody's going to listen to me. But, now normally I don't snipe in this mech. This is normally a brawly mech, but I decided to replace the pulse lasers with ER larges. I've got the Ultra 10s instead of like the LV10s or LV20. And so we're going to just try this out and see how this works out, because I can post up over this hill right here and keep an eye out.
What's going on, team?
Well, somebody called toward Delta 5 and half of us went one way and half went the other.
Okay, I'm going Delta 5.
Yeah, because they're going to NASCAR, so if we're Delta 5 or, you know, a little bit back if you're a sniper, then they're going to walk right into us.
Got some popping up Delta 4. Canyon. Target spotted.
Well, I took that airstrike to the face, didn't I?
Got a fat Delta 5, big tonnage, Delta 5, Delta 4. High and low. Cataphract, low, Delta 4 in Canyon.
They really don't like me here. That's a lot of air. I figure when you're getting arty strike and airstrike, that's just a sign of respect. Yeah, just make good trades. Yeah, that's just a sign of...
UAV, Delta 5. Two. One of them's dead. Got an adder, Delta 6, Delta 5.
Oh, I just totally missed that airstrike, didn't I?
Target spotted. Deal with him, Delta?
I am not hitting my shots at all.
I got shots on that field.
I'm a little bit too far. They just really love us over here with all those airstrikes, don't they? I'm going to kind of poke around over here a little bit. Yeah, make them commit to us, and then we'll snipe them when they cross the open field.
Artillery strike online.
I really want to find...
Delta 5.
Let's try lowering my mouse sensitivity. See if I can...
UAV. Oh, never mind.
No.
Target spotted.
Artillery strike online.
Target spotted.
Target acquired.
All right, what do we? Yeah, make them come around the corner. Don't peek. Make them come around to us.
Put some Artie up. Delta 6.
That's just a canyon.
Maybe flushing that guy out.
Hatamoto in the canyon, Delta 4.
We can send our lights and mediums to jump him while the heavies hold the line.
Artillery strike online.
The guy in Delta 6 ran.
Got shots on that reveal, Delta.
All right, let's start moving up a little bit here, since we got our guys going up. Oh man, we're losing people. Shit.
New target acquired.
Target spotted.
Got a Mad Cat as well, Echo 4. They're up 3. Communicate. What are you shooting at? What do you see?
Target spotted.
Alright, Night Star, I'm gonna stick around you. I got short range.
New target
spotted.
acquired.
Target spotted.
Where's this?
New target
CT
acquired.
Shadowhawk.
Artillery strike online.
Come on, buddy, poke up. I dare you to poke up.
Spotted.
New target acquired.
Target spotted.
I don't want to hit my guy.
New target acquired.
They're pushing. Charlie 4, Charlie 5.
New target acquired. Heat level critical. Override shutdown. New target acquired.
Let's go back away a little bit. Shit, what am I bumping into? I'm bumping into this guy. Damn
Delta
it.
pushing.
New target acquired.
Wow.
Heat level critical.
I don't know how we're getting... We're just getting stomped here.
Heat level critical.
And I'm totally boxed in.
New target acquired. Heat level critical. Center torso critical damage.
Yeah, I'm...
Torso destroyed.
How did we lose those 3 guys in the beginning? Were those the guys that went around the other way?
Yep.
Oh, okay. And then and then they just swarmed around us. All right. 458. That's not awful. It's not great. This Highlander did some work. I guess I was number 2 by... I was way behind compared to that guy. Wow. A lot of our team we just got wrecked. Alright, well, let's do it again. Let's try this again. So, I mean, I certainly wouldn't want to start over right now in life. That would be... I mean, starting out right now sucks. Everything's expensive. The job market's weak. Economy's weak. You've got government basically printing endless amounts of money and giving it away to people who aren't us. And so it's tough. And I don't see that changing anytime soon. And so you've got to find something where you're in control of your own destiny. Man, I knew some people who made a lot of money just mowing lawns. You know, something where you start your own business. And sometimes you've got to just get a job and work for somebody and save up enough, or you know, stay on a family member's couch until you can get enough ahead. One of the biggest hurdles is buying a house. I'm so lucky that I have a house, and I don't pay very much for it. And it's not that it's a great house or a bad house. It's, you know, it's an okay house. But you pay a lot less on a mortgage than you do on rent. It's always dumb that you'll go to a bank for a loan. Hi, I'm paying $1,000 a month in rent, but if I buy a house, I'll pay $800 a month for a mortgage. And the bank's like, no, you don't earn enough money to pay $800 a month for a mortgage, so you just end up still paying the $1,000 a month in rent, which is dumb. But that's just how the banks work. Something my dad always tells me is the banks don't loan money to people who actually need the loan. They only loan money to people who don't need it. So, and you got to find what you're good at. It's kind of like in Mechwarrior. I know that I'm good at kind of the medium to long range game. I'm not a great super long range sniper, and I'm certainly not great at being a brawler. But I know at like the 600 to 1,000 meter range, I'm pretty solid. Like 600 meters is like my sweet spot. I'm pretty good at 600 meters. And so I tend to play builds that lend to that strength. And life's kind of like that too. I know that I'm good at fixing stuff and building stuff. So whether it's my consulting work, where I do like architectural consulting or scientific consulting, or where I'm doing my computer store, where I'm fixing computers or building technology things. You know, we got a job site coming up where we're just going to go install a wired network for somebody. And, you know, it's not that hard for me because I'm just naturally good at that. And you're going to have things that you're naturally good at too. So you got to play to your strength. I'm not much of a people person, so I'm not really good at sales. My Uncle Jim, you know, Dorco, he's fucking great at sales. He can sell anything to anybody, and so he does. Oh, it's Nuclear Caveman. I know that guy. So, you know, so he'll focus on sales type jobs. So you got to figure out where your skill set is, and you want to play to your strengths. But you also have to look at what's the need out there right now. One of the reasons why I'm doing a lot of computers right now, and not architectural consulting, because when the economy sucks, people aren't wanting to build new stuff, but boy, do they need their computers fixed. So,
Reactor
all right, let's go see what we got here. I don't want to.
Online. Weapons online.
Where do we start out at?
Nominal. Override.
I'm gonna head over towards the like Charlie 5 area. Well, let's see where the rest of our team goes. They're gonna probably NASCAR around. That's probably gonna be dumb. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna get on this hill. I'm gonna play Follow the Shadow Cat. I bet I can.
I need a spec hill plan.
Fat boy wiggle up this hill here.
Target acquired.
Target spotted.
I cannot hold my mouse straight. Let's go lower the sensitivity.
Target acquired.
And I'm going to be down in that ditch. So like right here, that's like 750 meters. That's a good,
New target
it's a good
acquired.
spot for me. Anybody who pops up, I'm going to zap.
Target spotted.
Is he going to be dumb enough to poke up there? No.
Artillery strike online.
Because my Ultra 10s really aren't going to be that useful outside of 600 meters. Let's go more to this side here. Now the problem with sniping small mechs And the reason small makes make good snipers, it's hard to aim at them
Affirmative.
from a distance. So they're small silhouettes.
Target acquired.
Unless you know where they're at and you sneak up on it. But I'm in sort of an obvious spot.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
Let's go shoot that
Artillery
thing
strike
down.
Online. Heat level critical.
And a lot of times on light mechs, I try to aim for legs. It's time to cool off a little bit. I don't want to use my cool shot yet.
Target
I
spotted.
certainly don't want to fall down the hill.
Artillery strike online.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
Yeah, that was bad. All right, let's go see if we can get this guy here, because he's going to cause trouble for them.
New target acquired.
Target spotted. Target
Let's get
spotted.
these lights in Bravo 4, guys.
Backstabbers in Delta 3.
Target spotted. Target spotted. Target spotted. Need assistance. Affirmative. Target spotted. Need assistance.
Tickle them a little
Target
bit.
spotted.
I'm taking so much damage because my team's getting their ass kicked.
Heat level critical.
And I gotta blow my
Right
cool
arm
shot.
Critical damage. Heat level critical.
Shit.
Right torso
I'm taking
critical
so much
damage.
fucking damage.
Right torso destroyed.
Yeah.
Right arm destroyed. Left torso critical damage.
I'm just so fucking dead. Yeah, my team just got fucked. And that's the other thing, just like in life. Life is like the game. Sometimes you can't do anything about it. You just do the best you can. Realistically, if this had been real life, I would have run my ass away from the battlefield because my team was just not, you know, once they started just dying like that, there's no saving it. You know, in life, it's one of the reasons I ran away from New York. I came out here to Oklahoma where things aren't so crazy. Because let's face it, the people who run New York have always been pretty crappy. And especially during COVID, they were just genocidally crappy. I mean, look at all the people that were killed off unnecessarily because they wanted to put, you know, like COVID patients in nursing homes and stuff. I mean, sometimes the people who run the government are so awful that there's just not a lot you can do. And all you can really do is just kind of pull back and just hunker down and just get through it. And we're kind of in that phase of life right now. You know, obviously in Mechwarrior you can't just run away. You're stuck in the battlefield. But, you know, in life you can. And so when I realized that my consulting stuff in New York was doomed, I pulled back to Oklahoma. I focused on my computer store. I invested everything I had left in the computer store. And, you know, we're building up. It's tough. It's really tough, but at least I'm in control of it. Whereas if I were reliant on what was going on in New York, I wouldn't be in control of it. I'd be dependent on, you know, on the people there. And the way I see it is this. If you're kind of like a useless, low-skill individual who can't do anything, then sure, you rely on other people because that's your only choice. But if you're a competent individual, and everybody should try to be competent at something, you know, be self-reliant. If you're a competent, self-reliant individual, you will almost always do better making your own decisions than relying on some organization. Because these big organizations don't care about you, they care about sustaining themselves. And so if you're going to make it on your own, or, you know, if you're going to make it in life during bad times, you've got to do it on your own. You're responsible for yourself and for your family. So, there's all the common sense stuff. Live below your means, don't spend money you don't have, things like that. I would say learn how to game the system. Learn how the system works. Life is like a game. Like in Mechwarrior, you're playing the meta builds. You're looking at, hey, this mech has these bonuses. That mech sucks. Play the stuff that's good, and play the stuff you're good at. Why do I play Marauders? Well, because for some reason I'm particularly good at the geometry of the Marauders. The left-hand gun, the right-hand gun, and the high shoulder mount. It just makes sense to me. So you got to play to your strengths, but you got to do something that you're in control of. And even though it's harder that way, if you're in control of it, then you can determine your life. For example, I'm going to stay up late copying data and playing video games because I want to relax. I had a rough day, and I had a rough few days. And I know that I've got guys that are opening the store tomorrow. Why? Because I pay them to open the business in the morning. I don't want to have to be at the office at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning. That's when I make my phone calls. I want to be sitting my ass at home in my gym shorts, petting my dog, drinking my cup of tea, and eating my breakfast, and just kind of leisurely make all my morning calls. I don't want to have to roll into the office because I know that I'm making my money by making the business decisions. And I don't have to be the one greeting customers. I can go pay somebody to do that. And don't be afraid to pay somebody to do the stuff that you don't want to do, but only if you have better things to do. If I didn't have projects to work on, then sure, I'd be sitting my butt in the computer store. But if you've got work, or even if it's something that's just going to make your life better, like going to the gym, taking care of your health, anything that's going to move you forward, it's okay to go and outsource the stuff you don't want to do. But it's your money. You do what you want with it. But you got to have kind of a goal. And so I spend, I spend money every month paying people to do things that I have the time to take care of myself health-wise, take care of my mental state. If you stress yourself out too bad, it's really bad. And that's more once you start getting established. If you're just starting out, you won't necessarily have time for that. But if you've got a useful skill, then you can charge enough for your time that it's not a problem. Like for example, when we're going out on site doing corporate work, we're charging $150 an hour. Why? Because our time is worth $150 an hour because we're doing stuff that they need done and they're willing to pay it. But if we didn't have those skills, we couldn't charge that much. And realistically, you need to develop skills that in this economy people are willing to pay at least $50 an hour for. If you can't do something that's worth at least $50 an hour, then you need to be studying. I mean, it's okay to work a crappy fast food job if you're studying and learning better stuff, but that's a launching off point. You don't want to be doing that. You don't want to be doing that full time. I've got my tech that's going to come with me to my job site. I'm going to be paying him $75 an hour. Why? Because we're billing $150 an hour for his time, and he's got those skills that I can pay him $75 an hour, and I'm happy to do it. So you've got to develop skills where people are happy to pay you what you need. All right, let's go see what we got here.
Sensors online.
Hopefully we don't get overrun.
All systems nominal. Override engage.
One of the big advantages of the Marauder D that I like over the other Marauders is that because it has ECM, I don't get swarmed early on as much. And we're not doing great. I wanted to try this mech because I want to try a loadout where I had more lasers. I have my two auto cannons like on the Marauder D, and I have the two lasers, two ER large lasers like the Marauder D, But instead of the SRMs or whatever missile I have, I've got another 2 ER large lasers, and I kind of like that better. But I kind of sort of prefer having the lasers up high and the autocannons in the arms, because a lot of times I use the autocannons for spanking small mechs up close. And when the lasers are in the arms move so much that I don't feel like I have quite the mobility, or I have too much mobility rather. It's hard for me to keep a steady aim. Normally I climb up on this ramp here for a good sniping spot, but I don't know if I want to do that this time. I kind of want to stay low, because with my autocannons high and they have a shorter range, I don't think I'm going to be sniping so much with them. But I don't want to go out too wide. So we got somebody up there, up on the wall, and maybe I could jump up and take him out. But I'd have to go over to this ramp and expose myself, and I don't know if I really want to do that quite yet. I want to see how the battle develops first. And a lot of Mechwarrior is just positioning. I'm not a great shot, as you guys can see. Oh, fuck. He figured out where I'm at. I don't know where he's at, though.
Target spotted.
Alright, so he was off to the side there. Alright, so I can't really peek that corner because I'm too big of a target. So this isn't going to work for me. And like I said, the best snipers are small mechs with high mounts.
Negative.
Alright, come here, Shadow Cat. I've got you
Target spotted.
lined up. If you jump up, I'm gonna
Affirmative.
blast you. Oh,
Artillery strike
he's
online.
hiding behind there.
Target spotted.
I don't like the spot because I'm not.
Target assistance. Target spotted.
New target acquired. Artillery
I'm
strike.
gonna drop an arty up
activated.
there. This is a bad.
Target spotted.
This is kind of a bad spot for me because I'm too big of a target. I'm getting my armor torn up. I think they've got at least 2, but possibly 3 snipers up on Echo 6 roughly. Alright, so we're going to start moving over this way where we might be able to contribute a little bit more. Because our team is not doing well over there and we're not doing an effective job counter-sniping. Probably because I don't have ECM and they can easily spot me. So...
Target spotted. Target spotted.
Warning, incoming missile.
crap. I just took that in the face.
Target spotted.
New
Need
target
assistance.
acquired.
Target
I'm going to have to
spotted.
get in close, which is sort of the opposite of what I want to do with this guy.
Target destroyed.
But I think I don't have a
Need
choice.
assistance.
And
Target spotted.
I'm not sure what's shooting at me. This guy right around the corner here. I don't like going around corners where I don't know where they're at.
Target acquired.
Target
New
spotted.
target acquired. Target destroyed.
There we go.
Target acquired.
Target
New
spotted.
target acquired. Left arm critical damage. Right torso critical damage. Override shutdown.
Oh,
Right
sorry about
arm
that.
Critical damage. New target acquired.
Target
Heat
spotted.
level critical.
All right, we're gonna drop down.
ER large laser destroyed.
Need
Left
assistance.
torso critical damage. Right
Target
torso
spotted.
destroyed.
Oh shit! I don't
Right
have.
arm destroyed. Center torso.
Yeah, I'm dead. Yeah, that wasn't so great. Yeah, I got cut in half. I just overheated. Well, this is obviously not working. So we're going to switch mechs, and we're going to get into the D, because that thing at least works. I think the lack of ECM makes it really hard to be a sniper. Because I'm just taking it way too hard. And so this one I got my HAG 30s, I got my ER large lasers, and I got some SRM 6s for an emergency. And this thing just spanks people, but it's hot. Alright, so let's just do this instead. And that's the other thing. You can't be afraid to fail in life. If something you're doing is not working, be bold, try new things. If it doesn't work, go do something else. So, and once you know what works, it's kind of like why I keep the computer store around. I know it works. And I love building cool, crazy projects and doing my consulting work. But when times change, it's not working anymore. I fall back onto what I know is going to work, and I know that worst comes to worst, computer store is going to pay the bills. Just like with this mech, my experiment on that other Marauder wasn't working. I know that this guy is going to pay the bills. I got my HAGs, I got my ER larges, I got my ECM. I got a couple of 6-packs and missiles. In case I screw up and somebody gets too close. So we'll see how that works out. So this is kind of my monologue for the night. I hope people find it useful. And I'm not trying to do this from a perspective of like, oh, look at me, I'm doing so great. Look, I'm getting my ass kicked by this best economy ever, too. But I had a plan. I kind of saw, fortunately I have a dad who's an economist. We all kind of saw this coming. When our government mismanaged COVID, and then when a whole bunch of corrupt people came into office to basically steal everything they could. It was sort of obvious to people with a financial background what was going to happen. And so you just brace for impact, and you live as far below your means as possible, so you have that cash cushion to invest in opportunities. And here's the other thing about crappy economies. My grandfather told me about this, about the Great Depression. When the world goes to hell, when there's blood in the streets, financially speaking, that is, that's the best time to invest. There's always opportunities whenever there's chaos. And right now, there's a lot of chaos. There's a lot of money to be made if you take advantage of the opportunities and if you have your own shit in order. And so this is why I'm expanding my computer store during these awful economic times, because I know that I'm not going to have a lot of competition. I can create something that's good that people need. People need their computers fixed. They need to be able to buy affordable gaming systems, affordable laptops for school. They need a cheap place to hang out, so we do like our free movie nights and our barbecues and all that good stuff. Come check us out at Norman Computers, normancomputers.com, or you can go to events.normancomputers.com and see our schedule. Come hang with us. Don't be a jerk. If you're going to be a jerk, we'll kick you out, obviously. But no, if you're going to be cool, come hang with us. Watch movies, play video games, play Magic the Gathering. We do our Monday gaming nights and stuff. And so this is an opportunity, even though the world's hurting, even though I'm hurting, this is an opportunity to try and build something when nobody else is, because you got to be bold when times are tough. When the Great Depression happened, my grandfather and a bunch of other farmers all mortgaged their farms to go buy out the smallest bank in Sabetha, Kansas, and then they used that bank to save the town. It was the only bank that survived. And it was a good investment. It was risky. You got to take risks, and you're the only one who can judge what kind of risks you want to take. But you you cut out all the unnecessary things. I don't go eating out at restaurants, that much. I mostly just cook at home. Fortunately, playing video games is a cheap hobby, other than buying the computer. But I mean, even like Mechwarrior will run on damn near anything. World of Warcraft, which I don't really play that much right now. I've been so busy. That's a big time commitment game. But World of Warcraft will play on damn near anything. I probably won't buy the collector's edition this time with World of Warcraft, because they want something like $260 because it comes with a fucking statue, and I'm like, I'm not gonna be giving Blizzard my money this time. I think I'm just gonna go with the cheap version, because I don't play it enough anymore, honestly. And I mean, I could afford it. I guess I could get it, but it just feels kind of wasteful. I mean, it's just. And when I first bought the collector's edition, it was like $60, and then eventually it was like $100. Okay, but $260, $300, that's just getting kind of crazy. So, you got to prioritize things. I've got a friend who doesn't make a lot of money, and she's always broke. Why? Well, because she's always buying cigarettes and alcohol. And she probably spends at least $5-10 a day on cigarettes and alcohol. Well, I mean, it doesn't seem like a lot of money, but, each month that's $300. That's a lot of fucking money. It's like those idiots who go buy their expensive Starbucks coffees, $5 for a coffee or whatever. That's $150 a month. You could do a lot with $150 a month. That's your electric bill. That's your cell phone bill. That's your not going into credit card debt money. And, I mean, hell, that used to be a car payment. Alright, let's go with Tourmaline, because I like Tourmaline. So I think we're going to get Mining Collective. So, don't spend money on stupid shit, especially during a bad economy, but take that money you have and invest. The money I save, for example, I'm spending, buying components that I can build into computers that I can sell. Why? Because people need computers. So, you just have to be disciplined, and you don't have to do it all at once. Just do something productive every day, and you'll generally move in a better direction. Also, let me know in the comments if you like me talking about this kind of stuff when you're playing. If you're like, shut up, Bob, just play the fucking video game and stomp some faces. And, and if people don't want to hear about this kind of stuff, I can always just play video games and, talk shit to people. But, this is all from the heart. This is how I do it. So if you guys like this kind of stuff, let me know. And I'm happy to talk about it. It's not really any secret how I got to where I am. It's just 25 years of hard work. Making mostly okay decisions, some bad decisions.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Alright, now normally I like to do an F-line push. And I like to get back in this, like, Gulf War area and just kind of surprise butt sex people. But I don't have my boys with me, so I'm going to be a little bit more cautious, I think. So I'm going to play a more traditional follow these guys. But I don't really want to be up there in the circle. I really want to be kind of off to the side, where I can find a spot and shoot people. I could have stayed back and shot, but I don't like that option either. And I don't want to get bottlenecked up here. They're probably NASCARing around that way. I guess we're not going into the circle either. No, I can't see anybody over there, so we're gonna... We're gonna commit.
Target spotted.
There's that guy over in like Echo 6 area.
Target
We're gonna
spotted.
go for him. And there's a nice snipey spot kind of up in here.
Target acquired.
And
Target spotted.
New target
there's a couple of
acquired.
there's a lot of assaults
Target
over
spotted.
there. Grand Dragon, you want some backup?
Do not follow the Grand
Target
Dragon.
spotted.
Let's go wreck this guy's side torso. I got 2 really good shots off.
New target acquired. Heat level critical.
I gotta
Override
have to.
shut down.
Target spotted.
All right, we did some damage there. I mean, I did probably at least 100
Target
damage
spotted.
to these guys.
New target acquired.
Now the problem is this little crane's in the way.
New target acquired.
Target spotted.
New target acquired.
That's a lot of LB20s.
Target spotted.
Oh,
Guys,
I'm
you gotta stop NASCARing. Come back to like Echo 5. They're pushing around Echo 4 already.
I think Swarm and Light Mix over there. Still danger so. The mediums and then heavy hitters area.
Assaults and mediums are already here.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
Artillery strike online.
Target spotted.
Heat level critical.
Target
got a
Moving
little
around
bit of
Echo
him.
4, Fox 4.
Are we forming a firing line or are we running?
No idea.
New target
Target spotted.
acquired.
Target spotted.
Artillery strike online.
Focus on Echo.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
I gotta piece him, I think.
New target acquired. Warning incoming missile.
All right, we're gonna back away just a minute here. Finish cooling off. All right, Alpha, come around the corner here. Alpha's screwed.
Artillery strike online.
Target spotted.
New target acquired.
I don't want to expose.
Target spotted.
Heat level critical.
Bravo CT.
Heat level critical.
Good kill.
All right, let's.
Target acquired. New target
Target
acquired.
spotted.
Head critically.
Oh
damaged.
crap! That was I got my
ER
cockpit.
laser destroyed.
Shit! I need that.
Target spotted.
All right.
New target acquired.
Target spotted.
I think the objective is completed and we get the kilometer away from the circle.
Heat level critical.
I totally whiffed that shot.
Heat level critical.
Fuck it, we're gonna go for him.
Heat level critical. Heat level critical. Target destroyed.
Alright, well, I didn't get the kill, but he's dead. I don't think I'm gonna be.
Torso critical damage.
I'm not gonna be able to turn fast enough to.
Target acquired. Warning critical damage. Gauss.
Yeah, my Gauss got blown up before I could fire. Alright, so 806. So obviously, this is a far superior mech than the one I was fucking around with. But it didn't matter because my teammates NASCAR'd and then they died. And this, boys and girls, is why you form a goddamn motherfucking firing line instead of NASCARing. So there's my sage advice to the potatoes.
Pretty sure half of the entire QP population only knows how to NASCAR. They have
Oh,
no
I'm
idea how to play
I'm sure that's
at all.
I'm sure that's what it is.
Press W, keep running.
You know what's funny is like all the hillbillies I know who play Mechwarrior know that NASCARing is only for like Sundays, and they should form a firing line. So I don't know. All right, thanks guys. So. Yeah, as long as you do at least like 450 damage a match, you're generally going to go up rather than going down. So even if your team is a bunch of potatoes, you know, this is how I got to tier 1, losing nearly every game from potatoes, but doing enough damage that it gets better. And that's kind of like how it is with life too. Life's kind of like an escalator that you're going the wrong direction on. You just have to go up faster than the escalator's going down. And as long as you're going up even just a little bit faster than the escalator's going down, you'll eventually make some progress. Well, it's 1:30 in the morning. I'm going to wrap it up here. I know I've only been playing for an hour, and usually I play for 2, but I'm kind of tired, and the data finished copying, so I'm going to go snuggle my dog and call it a night. But guys, thanks for watching. I hope you had a good time. And like I said, mention in the comments if you like me talking about business stuff and life stuff while I'm playing, or tell me if you just want me to shut up and play the damn game and entertain you guys. So I will see you guys later. Everybody take care and thanks for watching. Goodbye.